Hello and welcome to Indie Corner!
Steam Edition!
Now with 5% more special effects. So if you're not familiar with the show, you'll notice that there's actually a lot of Nintendo stuff behind me. This is because the show started off on Nintendo Enthusiast as a way to promote Nintendo indie news and announcements all within 5 minutes every week. Now this setup's going to change as we're going to focus on indies across both Steam and Nintendo on this set. So what we're going to do with the Steam edition, every week I'm going to wrap up all of the new releases that came out last week on Steam in a nice compact format so you guys can quickly see what came out, what you like, and you can go and buy it. So without any further ado, let's get started. Starting us off, are you looking for a new first-person shooter to test your skills? Look no further than Strike Games' Final Rush. In this constantly growing cooperative multiplayer first-person shooter, you'll fight against waves of robotic enemies with your friends. Content is continuously being added as fast as the developers can make it. Why put all that effort into building a kingdom if you can't move it? Luckily you can in Yeti's CGI's latest title, Roaming Fortress. The new take on the strategy genre adds in elements of action and defensive games by putting your castle on a burden beat and letting you walk to your enemies to crush them. Additionally, you can upgrade your kingdom as you defeat more enemies. Grab hold of your steam-powered robot and prepare for battle in White Moon Dreams' Warmachine Tactics. This turn-based tactical game presents stunning visuals developed with the Unreal 4 engine. Take control of an elite battle mage and his army of warjacks and fight your enemies in the Iron Kingdoms. Fly System released their action fighting game Magical Battle Festa. In the near future, humanity discovers the renewable energy Magicore and successfully creates magic. A High Council of Holy Mages hosts a high-stake tournament where you must battle as part of your training to become the best magic user. Last week saw the arrival of Quadrivium Studios' Rock Zombie. Choose a member of your girl rock band to fight off the zombie apocalypse using your guitar and sound blasts. The game features a wide range of weapons, costumes, comic strips, and over 20 levels of zombie smashing action. Looking for more fun on the road? Then take a look at Death Skid Marks by Studio Whiskey Tango Inc. This ultra-violent car combat game has you killing countless foes as you race to get to a kick-ass music concert. You'll fight anything from rednecks to aliens in this crazy game. Kel Reaper of Entropy by Tavern Games lets you play as Kel the Skeleton, that weak enemy you usually kill off at the start of a dungeon crawler. As the skeleton, you can choose to either terrorize or please the villagers as you see fit, all this topped off with a healthy dose of twisted humor. If you're looking for something more cutesy, Cherry Tree Hi My Girls was released by New Media. This is a sequel to the hit adventure game Cherry Tree High Comedy Club and continues the story right where the previous game left off. Now that you've successfully opened your own club, you must now manage it. Next, we saw the release of Leviathan, The Last Day of the Decade, which is a detective story set in a dark fantasy world. Play as a young man searching for clues to bring his mother's murderer to justice. However, the search gets more complicated when romance and power surround the criminal. Take to space in Kinetic Void, developed by Badlands Studio. This 3D space adventure lets you customize your ship any way you like. Once built, you can roam through space to explore or engage in combat. The game procedurally creates new galaxies, ensuring each adventure is a new one. Upper One Games and Eline Media team up to bring you the puzzle platformer Never Alone. Play as a young Inupiat girl and an Arctic fox as you set out to find the source of an eternal blizzard. The game was developed in collaboration with the Inupiat, with nearly 40 elders, storytellers, and community members contributing to its development. Next, we have the shoot 'em up Robotex by YFYX Games. Life on Earth has become unsustainable, and so humanity embarks on a quest for a new home. The expedition leads you to a hostile planet where you must slay the monsters inhabiting the surface. The Blue Flamingo, developed by Might and Delight, is a shoot 'em up game created entirely of handmade models. As you would expect, gameplay revolves around shooting down as many enemies as you can to reach for a high score. The game also features a system that lets you redeem your points for upgrades, which will make earning points easier, but at a cost. Phantom Compass released their fusion of pinball and a medieval fantasy RPG in their latest game, Rollers of the Realm. The game places emphasis on character-driven stories as they fight to save the realms from corrupt kings. Rollers of the Realm features over 30 campaign levels, tons of upgrades, 10 characters, loot drops, and more. Everlasting Summer by Soviet Games is a visual novel which was released last week. Follow the story of Semyon as he falls asleep on a bus and finds himself lost in a pioneer camp in midsummer. You'll have to get to know the locals to find out where you are and how to get back to your past life. Take on the role of Sophia Take, a would-be cat burglar in Wonderstruck's The Marvellous Mistake. A magnificent art collection meant to be in your inheritance was stolen by various collectors in London. It's up to you to sneak into the collector's home and reclaim what's yours. The game puts focus on stealth gameplay in an organized chaos type setting, ensuring you're constantly thinking on your toes. If you're a fan of Scrabble and RPGs, take a look at LetterQuest: Grimm's Journey by Bacon Bandit Games. Help the adorable Grimm vanquish monsters and evil bunnies using the power of words. Find the best use of your letters to make words that will inflict maximum damage to your enemies. See-Through Studios takes a look inside in their game Particulars. This action puzzle game gives you control of a subatomic particle known as a quark. You'll have to negotiate the fundamental forces of the universe while other particles seek to push and pull at you, prodding you closer to annihilation. Additionally, you'll follow the story of the game's protagonist, Allison, a young physicist trying to outrun her past. Physics puzzle game Inside the Gear by Mikhail Konox joined the lineup of games last week. Placed inside a big old machine, you need to place gears and shafts found around you to get the wheel on the platform. The game will feature over 25 different levels. A new chapter was added to Game Farm's Heretic Kingdom saga titled Shadows Heretic Kingdoms. The story revolves around a devourer who was summoned to defeat undead members of a secret order. The choice is yours whether to save the world or plunge it into disaster. This RPG features 15 characters to choose from, 2 worlds to explore, gripping storyline, lots of side quests, and challenging gameplay. Get a taste of the good life in Immersion FX's latest sim. Play as Derek Hales, a man fed up with his 9-to-5 lifestyle. After receiving a boating company through inheritance, he sets off to explore a new world of adventure and managing a boat company. Finally, if you're lucky enough to have an Oculus Rift, then check out Passing Pineview Forest by VIS. Are you brave enough to wander through the woods and see where the trail will lead you? That is all your new Steam indie releases for last week. Now, if you like this show or if you want to see any changes to it, make sure to leave a comment. If you want to see more of this show, like, share, and subscribe with your friends to let me know that, hey, we want to see more of this. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, be sure to check out our website, gamingenthusiast.net, for more of your PC news, reviews, and fun feature articles. See you guys next week. Take care.